Hello and welcome to The Good, the Bad and the Worst, a podcast where we watch movie trilogies and decide which movie doesn't even know if it was rushing or dragging. I'm your host, Griner, and joining me tonight.
I'm Conan, I'm core only, and I hope this podcast goes faster than you give hand jobs.
And I'm Luke Morgan, and there are no two words in the English language more harmful than good job.
That's right. I'm sure everybody knows, this is, of course, the musical Pressure trilogy. Damien Chazelle's musical Pressure trilogy, Grand Piano, Whiplash, and La La Land, a trio of movies that came out all from the same writer, same director. And he didn't direct all of them. Sorry, same writer for all of them. He obviously has a thing for music.
Direct Grand Piano.
That's right. He didn't direct Grand Piano. Apologies, but he did write them all, and they all have, a linking theme of music and pressure, and everything goes along with that. Do you guys know any musical instruments, Conan?
No, it's one of my many shortcomings. I'm completely musically illiterate. So I always say there's like two things that people should do in their lives, and it's learn another language and play an instrument, and I can't do either of those. That kind of sums me up. I know exactly what I should do with my life to fix it, but I don't do it. I would love to. I tried learning drums a little bit when I was a kid. And, I always loved the idea of being a guitarist or being some sort of musician, but parents could never afford to give lessons, and I never had the drive myself.
They could afford them for one person in your family, but...
Yeah. Touche, yeah. No, not the youngest, unfortunately.
Fair enough.
And I just never had the burning passion to really do it. I was putting all my time into movies, Whereas some people were like, some kids are like, I'm going to play the flute for 2 hours. I'm like, I'm going to do? I'm going to watch Ethan Hawke and Julie Delpy find out they're in love.
Exactly.
And, that skill has paid off a lot with picking up chicks at bars. Like dropping before sunrise.
Another thing you do all the time.
Yeah, well,
have you seen
again,
my letterbox?
If I was single or divorced, boy, would I be having a great time out there. But I'm not. So I've got all these skills that are useless. But yeah, can't play an instrument. Wish I could.
I actually have a guitar that has sat on display in my house forever. I've never played it. I got it when The Last of Us came out, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to get that and learn to play these songs. Never did, but I can play a mean, hot cross buns on a recorder.
Nice. On recorder specifically.
Yes.
Good. Yeah, I am a drummer. I am not like Andrew Neiman at all, though. I have no desire to be the greatest. I was always second fiddle to another drummer in my year at school, so I got to play the triangle while he played the drums. In the school band.
Did you turn pages? You turned his pages.
I turned his pages. Hey, look, some songs had cowbell, and that was a lot of fun. I got to yell tequila a lot. Yeah, but I mean, look, I've performed in front of people. I've felt that pressure. It's definitely a thing, and I think something that Damien seems to tap into a lot here, which is interesting.
Do you find any satisfaction in that pressure, or do you find that the worst part?
No, I do actually. I like thinking back to like some of the more pressureful performances I have done musically. There is a rush of like at the end, or even in the moment of getting it right and getting through it. Like I've played at weddings, which is I find kind of stressful because I don't think I'm a good drummer. I'm not. I rarely practice. I'm just adequate. I'm the guy who's there. I'm available is probably the main thing. I'm not gonna play in some jazz band. I'm never gonna be like the guy they call up. I'm the guy they call up when the other three guys are sick. It's like, shit, we gotta go with Griner.
100% put you on drums when we play Guitar Hero or like Rock Band.
Yeah, no problem.
Griner's on drums. For sure.
That can be me for sure.
Yeah. Nice.
Had you guys seen all of these movies before? I'm sure you've seen. I know we've all seen Whiplash. You guys had seen La La Land as well, right? But was Grand Piano new for you guys?
So I've actually seen all three of these. Randomly, Grand Piano I rented from a video, like a DVD store, when it first came out on DVD.
How quaint.
I know. So my wife and I had just started dating, and I was like, it's Frodo in a movie, basically. So I just rented it, didn't know anything about it. And yeah, remember like enjoying it. Whiplash, I remember always loving, never watched a second time.
Really?
And then La La Land, I famously infamously hated
Yes.
on and really disliked it. And I gave it 2 stars on Letterboxd.
Many people have talked about that.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's a thing I deal with daily still. I hear, oh, I heard you hate La La Land, you hate Ryan Gosling, you hate musicals, but
I mean, we'll get into it, but that sounds like a Redditor opinion to me. Conan, had you seen all 3 of these movies? Or
Never seen Grand Piano. Never even knew this movie existed. I saw Whiplash at the cinema. It was one of the best experiences seeing a movie. I saw that with a friend of mine, like close friend, in this small cinema it's called the Golden Age. It's like a pretty small, intimate setting. We were like, I think front row or second front row, and one of the few, if maybe even the only times I have physically found myself gripping the seats.
yeah,
Like the tension and just like being in this small, intimate space with this going on, something I had no idea what to expect. Just like blew my mind.
you needed a cigarette after you sat there, like,
I did a little bit.
Yeah.
Like just incredible. Like, incredible thing. And so from that point, I was like, Damien Chazelle is, one of the great directors of our generation. One of our truly one of the icons who'll go on to have these big things. And I saw La La Land as soon as it came out. And yeah, I am not as up on La La Land as apparently the entire world is. It's like
super popular.
so popular.
yeah.
Yeah.
Should we go into the stats? We'll look at its popularity.
Grant, I just want, what was your history with these movies?
Sorry, I had seen Whiplash before, and neither of the others. And I'm like the musical
You hadn't
guy.
seen La La Land.
So people would expect me to see La La Land. I believe my wife went and saw it like without me because we've got kids, and I was at home with kids, and it just never happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, fascinating.
No, that's impossible. This was way before your kids.
Yeah, it did. That was a lie. I wasn't going to call it out.
That is bullshit. You're right. I actually have no idea. I didn't go.
Okay?
Whatever it was, she went. I did not.
Griner was still in that, like, musicals. I don't know.
No. This would have been like prime musicals for me, probably.
You're like, is it as good as High School Musical 2?
That's right. I would have been comparing
Zac
it the whole
Efron?
time.
I'm out.
Yeah, I could
We'll get
rewatch
into
that.
it. We will get into it. But anyway.
Yeah.
You guys know Zac Efron's in Firefly? I forgot about that. And then rewatching Firefly.
I did
Zac
not know
Efron's
that.
in one scene. He's a child.
He's a child, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
There you go.
So speaking of musicals, Luke, can you give us the stats song, please?
Yes. Stats.
The stat scat.
Yeah. Stat.
All right. Grand Piano came out in 2013. I could not find a budget anywhere for it. I'm sure it's tiny. Made 1.6 million at the box office. Whiplash came out in 2014, had a budget of 3.3 million, made 50 million at the box office. And La La Land had a budget of 30 million and made 523 million at the box office.
Is Grand Piano's box office the lowest box office we've ever had?
No, we've had some under $1 million before, I'm
really?
sure.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, 100%.
The whole S. Craig Zala trilogy was like 1.7 million.
What?
I think the Colours movies were pretty small too. Like we've had some
True. Fair enough.
smaller movies for sure, and international movies too that don't tend to do the big American numbers. Critical reception 61 for Grand Piano, 89 for Whiplash, and 94 for La La Land, which is
insane.
We'll get into it, but it seems like utter insanity to me. Yes, let's kick it off with Grand Piano. A pianist with stage fright endures a performance under the eyes of a mysterious sniper who will shoot and kill him if a wrong note is played.
Man. What penis doesn't have stage fright sometimes?
Have you ever noticed? Yes, a penis sounds a lot like penis.
It's a good bit. Yeah, who can complain?
A 10-inch penis. Yeah, it never gets old.
Guys, I love a movie that takes place in like one area, one space. Panic Room, one of my favorites. The Thing, Die Hard. Like, there's lots of good examples.
Yeah.
I love Phone Booth.
Phone Booth. I actually really like Phone Booth. It's really good too. It's fun. You can have a lot of fun in a single area. I think it's an interesting technique to use.
It's a great exercise. Inception, so we said.
Yeah. The one with Ted.
It's in dreams.
Sure.
It's a great it's a really good conceit both for directors or just for storytellers to like promote your creativity because it forces you to be creative and think outside the box. But then it's also great because of its sort of budgetary restrictions, where it gives you an excuse. You don't have to worry about trying to pay for it, basically.
Yeah.
You know, it limits you, and so then you can, it forces you to be clever and scrappy and stay under a budget, because you're like, well, we can only film in one place. So how do I make a story that works? And when you do that, it'll be cheap. But so it totally makes sense why this is like indie films do a lot of these. They'll do like one room dramas and stuff.
Yeah.
I can totally see why Chazelle chose to do this as like a practical choice. And as you say, it's like it definitely is exploring his obsession with musical
perfection.
Perfectionism and performance and the stress of all this. This movie has so many cool ideas, I think. Like really, really cool conceit, really cool idea. Like honestly, pretty great execution. Like the directing here is really good. There's so many cool shots. Like there's when it's filming him play the piano, it's like it's on weird angles and it's like side things are zooming in to show him playing while it's looking around for the sniper somewhere. Like really creative shots, really interesting things are done here. This isn't because it's easy to make something like this kind of boring and just be like, all right, we're just following these people for an hour and a half, and it needs to stay visually entertaining. This movie is visually really entertaining. It keeps trying new things. It actually takes a lot of weird shots, like tries to visualize the music at times. A lot of other problems in it, but like I was shocked how good this was. Coming to a film that I'd never seen and never heard of even. It seemed to have completely gone under the radar. I was expecting a bit of a piece of crap, but I was really pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, I was pretty surprised too. I must admit, I wasn't like at the start. I thought the conceit was kind of stupid. Like I'm like, what is he? He's got to play a piano to unlock a safe or something like that. And then I realized, the piano is the safe, and I'm like, oh, I'm in. This is smart. This is cool. This is fun. Like, why doesn't the guy just play a recording to unlock the safe? But yeah, you're right. Like this movie kind of won me over. I think it's. Is it my favorite like one room movie? No. It's got some problems, but it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. John Cusack on the other end of the phones, he's got a pretty good voice for that. Like,
he does.
I enjoyed him doing that. Elijah Woods is okay. Carrie Bish is all right. I like her in Halt or Catch Fire. That's a really good show. You should watch that.
Nah.
So, yeah, I feel like I enjoyed it more the first time I watched it, like years ago, because I guess the second time knowing the beats and everything like that, it didn't hold my attention as much because I kind of sort of knew the whole thing. I knew about the keys to unlock the safe, all that sort of stuff. I just felt like it never really stepped up to a second gear. Like I felt like it's like, and obviously it's a short movie. Like it's really short. It's under an hour and a half or whatever. So it's like, okay, I just feel like it never really picks up. It's like, okay, this is the interesting premise. We're going through this interesting premise, and now it's wrapped up, kind of thing. Like, I feel like John Cusack's character never really does much. He doesn't really accomplish much. I feel like he's not very threatening. Like, he has his assistant guy who takes out his friend, and I feel like that's it. Like, he's kind of a bumbling fool. He's not some menacing, like, criminal mastermind or anything like that that's proven to be a sharpshooter. Like, it just seems like Elijah Wood outsmarts him just by being like, nah, you're not going to do it kind of thing. You know what I mean? And like, and I'm going to play this wrong. What are you going to do about it? And then he throws him off the stage pretty easily. Like there's no risk. I feel like there's no like, oh shit, I can't believe he killed that person. He killed someone I don't even care about. Elijah Wood didn't even like the dude. So I don't know. It didn't feel like there was much weight to the events.
I agree with all that. Yeah, like ironically, the writing here I think is the weakest part. It's like none of the characters really have much to go with. Like, there's no real exploration into. There's absolutely no exploration into John Cusack.
No.
Yeah, he's kind of this ominous devil figure, but it's like I guess what he's trying to get the key to unlock whatever's in the safe, but we don't really know why. We don't know what his connection is, how he even knows this. It's all just kind of left vague. And
he's like the guy that helped build it, right? Like he's the locksmith or whatever. It's implied. But couldn't they just destroy the piano? Like I feel like you could pick holes in the plot all day long. And
I literally was like, why not just smash this thing to pieces?
That's right. And then Elijah Wood's character as well. Like the whole setup is all you ever get is that he's got. The description says he has stage fright, but I don't think he does. It's just he
choked.
Yeah, he choked once, which isn't the same thing. And so he seems pretty comfortable for me, but like he's had he's failed, but he's also the greatest penis in the world, and it's like
That's usually
I don't know. And so there's no real exploration beyond that with it. It's like, oh, he's feeling a bit anxious about this, and everyone keeps saying break a leg, and he's worried about choking, but he also seems to not be too worried about choking. He's like, it's a lot of pressure, but I can do it. And I don't know, I was needing more from that. Like, I feel like there's really no insight into like his relationship with the guy, the older musician who, again, everyone's referring to and is like, he's such an important musical genius and you're his protege. And there was a lot missing from that. Like this is very like surface level, very one layer. There's nothing underneath that about their relationships, any depth to any of the characters really, which huge detractor in my opinion.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Just funny to mention, before you brought up we were going to be doing this trilogy, I had actually just watched a movie called Tuner, which is about a guy who's like a piano tuner. No, not the fish. They make that joke in the movie. He's like a piano tuner. He has like a hearing condition where he's super sensitive to hearing, and so he can really pick up on the piano stuff. And there's like this funny thing where it crossovers where, I can use this to pick safes because it's like I can hear sort of thing. And that's that whole short story thing. And I feel like I've watched 6 movies this fortnight about pianos and the sound and everything like that. And they've all been pretty good. But yeah, that's a good movie. I highly recommend that one as well. But it was funny to then go into this and know a bit more about pianos, I know,
and you're
I know a lot about pianos now.
You're like, that key doesn't make that sound. It actually
No, exactly. I was like nobody even fixed this pin up before he got on there. That's bad work.
Silly film, 0 stars.
Yeah, exactly.
I saw people, watching the trailer for this and comparing it to Speed, but with a piano. I think that's an interesting comparison, but like it does fall over. Speed does some pretty good things with its limited space that it uses, and it manages to explore its bad guy and stuff like that. Like, you're right. I think, the tension could have been raised a bit further. I don't know. I find it a really interesting movie. Like, I think it's I think it does a lot with a little, I guess is what I'll say. Like, if you take it in consideration with its budget and everything else, which I mean we don't even know, but I assume it was $5 and a Tic Tac. I would be proud if I made this, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Like, it feels almost like an achievable movie, something that we could do if we just had the wherewithal. But I like a movie like that, where it's slight and it has an idea. Yes. It executes on it pretty well. Does it do everything it could do to heighten the tension or explore all the characters? No, but
yeah. No, it totally does, and you're right. Sorry, Luke, you go.
I was just gonna say, I think the tensest moments in this is when he's trying to do stuff like text the person, and he's like fumbling with the phone or putting the phone behind the notes, and he's like tapping on it. That's when it's like tense because it feels still under threat. Then that he could just be shot or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, this guy sees everything. I don't know how he didn't see him fumbling with his phone on the ground and picking up and all that sort of stuff. But then I feel like it never just steps up to that next. Level.
That's true. Yeah.
But for a movie that no one seems to know about or talk about or anything like that, and I literally only got it back in the day because Elijah Wood was in it, and I used to rent movies all the time and just go in blind. So it was exciting back then.
What do we think of Elijah Wood? Like, he's okay in this movie. He's not like Lord of the Rings. He's not like the best, actor or character.
He was 18 in those movies.
He's a young man. I don't have anything against the guy. I quite like the American Wilfred, but I don't think it's like a tour de force of Elijah Wood's performance or anything like that.
Sin City. He's in Sin City.
Yeah,
he's in Sin City. Yeah. But he never talks.
Does he do anything in Sin City? I can't remember ever speaking.
Just he has the glasses.
Scene. Yeah.
He's in the Among Us TV series.
I knew that was his voice. My kids have just watched that whole show, and I was like, "That's Frodo." I was like, "I know that's Frodo's voice."
Speaking about Alan Tudyk, he's a great voice actor now. Like, Elijah Wood does a lot of voice stuff.
Yeah, he does.
There's this little TV show called Over the Garden Wall. Yeah. That's the greatest thing in the history of mankind.
Haven't heard of it.
And he is the voice of one of the main I guess the lead character, and he's really, really good in. Like, he's got an incredibly good voice for that. It's kind of really gentle and warm, but anxious and a bit.
He has a
sort of-
very gentle voice. Like,
yeah,
he's,
but also kind of but can nervy and like perfectly translate sort of this like certain anxiety that
Yeah.
yeah, I think anything he does voice wise is fantastic. But like, you know, he's in.
I thought he was alright in this. Like,
No, he's a bit shit.
he's
in
good
this.
in Yellow. No, he is good in Yellow Jackets. I quite like him in Yellow
Yeah.
Jackets.
He's pretty good in the Yellow Jackets.
He's like the couch detective. Yeah.
I don't mean to talk shit about him. I guess Lord of the Rings is like the biggest thing ever, but it didn't make any movie stars. Like, if you think about it, like the big people who are working after it were big before it, I think.
Orlando Bloom.
Maybe, but what's he doing now? Like Pirates, sure.
Into
Katy Perry.
Into Pirates, yeah.
He was really into recently.
That's what he was doing. Nice. Yes.
Until Justin Trudeau took over that role.
Exactly. Viggo Mortensen became obviously not like in Hollywood.
No,
but
he
they-
absolutely. I feel like he absolutely rejected that.
No, that's the thing. I felt like he could then focus on like I can do what I want to do from now on, like
I think that's
Nation of
what a lot of them-
Violence, Hidalgo. He did a bunch of like unique things. Mr. Was it Captain Fantastic or Miss Fantastic?
Fantastic. Yeah.
Which was a good movie. He was really good in that. The Road, which is an awesome movie.
Yeah. I feel like, yeah, you're right though. It's like, I think I saw this somewhere. This has been noted. Like, Lord of the Rings is the biggest franchise that spawned the fewest stars from it. Because you're right, the Beatles, like Ian McKellen was already pretty big and has continued to be big. And and I guess Andy Serkis has gone on to do.
Yeah, he actually
Andy
might be the
Serkis
biggest.
is arguable for making a name out of that movie
Yeah.
kind of thing. Because like it still frustrates me, but people look at Sean Astin as Bob from Stranger Things. It's like, you know what I mean, as opposed to Samwise. So,
He'll always be the guy on steroids from 50 First Dates to me.
yeah, I don't that with the fishnet shirt.
I don't even know his name, but
The brother. That's all I
Isn't
know.
he isn't he from the Goonies?
Yeah,
Yeah,
people,
but-
and some people are like, no, he's from the Goonies, but
So he's had like 3 lives, that guy.
yeah,
Good for,
yeah,
good for
different
him,
fandoms.
honestly.
and like, look, they're all working actors. Like, you see Pippin pop up from time to time.
Yeah,
Um,
Mary,
And
Dominic
Mary,
Monaghan.
yeah.
Was it? He was in Lost.
Lost was pretty big, which was shortly after Lord of the Rings.
He was an X-Man.
For sure, yeah. He was in the Wolverine one. Yeah, he could turn.
Oh,
like
that's
a
the
bad
right.
one, yeah.
Yeah, that's a shit
he
one,
gets
yeah.
killed
God.
20 minutes into the movie. He's the first
Yes.
victim. But I think, Andy Serkis would be the thing that this made him, and it made mocap kind of thing, like a big thing. So, yeah, that's probably it, really.
Yeah.
To bring it home, though, you're right. Elijah Wood, I've always had the same thought. Like, he is not this. I think that's part of the reason his career hasn't been that great, because he is not a phenomenal actor. And it's not like even an insult to him, like he's bad. It's just kind of like he can't seem to lose himself in any roles. He's always got a sense of himself. And that sort of awkward little bit stiltedness comes through. And it works in Lord of the Rings, because I think he is like meant to be an awkward, stilted guy who has no idea what he's doing.
Yeah,
It kind of works in Yellow Jackets too, from memory, yeah.
yeah.
I think so, yeah. And that's why voice-wise, I think it's great, because he's got an incredible voice for it. But a lot of the stuff he's in, he's always a little bit kind of like weird. And I think that's sometimes he plays that to his strength of like, if you want someone who's a little bit jarring in a performance, it's really he's really good for it. It is weird in this movie that he is the he's not really a great actor to center your film around like this. Just because it's I don't know. It's there's no crazy passion, there's no huge I don't know. It's really he can't quite immerse himself or lose himself. It's like, I know I'm always aware that I'm watching Elijah Wood trying to be or pretending to be a pianist here. I'm never.
Yeah, I was never like, oh, it's Elijah. I was never like, is Elijah Wood actually playing the piano here? Like in Whiplash, I'm like, these guys are doing it, right? This is them playing this, right? But it's like I never felt like he was a pianist in this. He was just just an awkward dude.
I mean,
Also, he's not pulling Kerry Bish
No.
out of his league there as well.
I don't know what to tell you. It got me to buy the movie. Putting Elijah Wood on the poster got the Lord of the Rings
Worked for
fans. You know
someone.
what I mean? They
that's
made
why this
1.6 million at the box
This
office.
movie made that much money.
I mean, I don't want to talk shit about him. He's obviously a working actor and doing things like.
Elijah, if you're watching this, please come on the show.
And I always get such a kick out of seeing him in things. Like there's I get a real joy whenever he turns up. Because I just like Elijah. It's kind of like in a way, it's kind of like Keanu Reeves. There's just a certain sense of like him as a person.
Nostalgia.
And and he just seems like a good guy. Like there doesn't seem to be any problems about him. He hasn't pursued.
He's not going to get cancelled.
Well, yet. But like he hasn't gone and pursued. It's not like he's out dating 16-year-olds or he's like, I don't know, beating people up in alleys or anything. Like he seems like a pretty just humble, good guy.
Yep.
And so seeing him turn up in things, I'm like, I'm going to get maybe a less than best experience with him, but I'm just going to love it because I like Elijah Wood.
Yeah.
And so that's both a pro and a con of this film.
There's a clip of him playing Baldur's Gate 3 with Conan O'Brien, which is hilarious. It almost sold the game to me. I was like, this is great. So,
that's right. He was pretty famous for like Animal Crossing back in COVID days as well.
Yeah. Just like interacting with people no, just as in people like he
was trying to go to people's islands so he could sell his bells, which is a whole mechanic in that game. Like he was interacting with other people playing.
And he was so wholesome too. He'd be like, "This is a lovely farm you have." Like he was like, "Wow, I love what you've done with the place. Like, give me your radishes."
He does seem like a wholesome dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. Have you guys seen that interview where Dominic is asking if you wear wigs? Yeah. Anyway, go watch that. Will you wear wigs?
Me and my wife watch it all the time.
It's good.
His laugh is so infectious.
It is.
Will you wear wigs?
Yes. Just Google
Dominic
that. You'll find it
Monaghan's
straight
pretending
away.
to be an interviewer, just like asking him. He's like, "When will you wear wigs?" It's just it's funny.
Elijah
Wood
just loses it. But
cracks up.
Look it up. It's really good.
More ridiculous.
29 seconds. Here we go. All right, I'll watch it later.
Yeah.
All right. Should we move on to Whiplash?
Yep.
Yes.
But 2014, a promising young drummer enrolls at a cutthroat music conservatory where his dreams of greatness are mentored by an instructor who will stop at nothing to realize a student's potential.
So, I guess before we get into this movie, because I'm sure we'll have lots of thoughts, and what's your thoughts on Miles Teller? Since we were talking about Elijah Wood.
I love him. I think he's fantastic. Could have been one of the greatest actors of his generation. He could be like one of the movie stars.
What's happened?
What's happened is he sold the alcohol company that he invested in, sold for like $100 million. So he's set for life.
Really?
Yeah, it's called.
So he doesn't do it for the love of the game.
So I think part of it was just he had a bit of a bumpy road with Fantastic Four. And like all actors might have made some bad choices and was a bit questionable or whatever. But then he invested in this thing it's a Finnish company called Long Drink. It's like a brand of ready-to-make cocktails. And so it was acquired by a group for $325 million. And Teller cashed out his stake but remains associated. So he invested in this tiny thing and sold for a huge amount of money. So he is genuinely like just set for life now. I think, I
felt then Maverick came out. Like, I felt like there was nothing for a long time, and then Top Gun Maverick came out.
Yeah. I don't know if he was doing
nothing since then, I feel like. But
yeah. I think he's just like doing entrepreneurial sort of stuff. And I do kind of worry now. I'm like, I don't know if he will act much anymore because I don't think he has to.
He's been in a bunch of random shit like the last few years, and he's got like 9 things upcoming on his IMDb. He must be doing stuff, but yeah, like he came out of the gates really strong with like Whiplash. He's the main one. Like I remember him from the Divergent movies, but they're not very good movies at all. No. But yeah, then Fantastic Four we've reviewed it here, left a sour taste in everyone's mouth, I think.
Yeah.
And then Top Gun Maverick, like he was kind of, people were really into him from that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he'd been working for like 10 years doing smaller things. Like Project X has a fan base. There was that terrible Footloose remake. The Spectacular Now is awesome, and that's where I first saw him, and he's really, really good in that. And yeah, kind of didn't really. I think it's just he hasn't found his niche because he is like an incredibly talented actor, and he tried rom-coms for a while, but he's not.
Oh,
it's kind of weird. I don't know. Then like,
I forgot. He was just in Michael.
Yes,
as the lawyer. And Eternity, which was like a rom-com that came out last year, which I didn't mind actually. I watched that.
Oh yeah, I didn't watch it.
Yeah, so he's doing stuff. He's doing stuff.
He is, but yeah, it's all smaller things. He's never been like, as with the exception of Maverick, he's never really been like the big guy that he probably could
Box
be or should
office.
be.
Yeah.
But yeah, this movie Whiplash is an incredible display of his performance. Like, it's kind of a two-hander, but for a lot of the movie,
Yeah.
the movie's anchored on him mostly, and like a lot of the first part is just like him, and he has to
Yeah.
sell you this idea of absolute devotion and obsession and social weirdness and like problematic devotion to a belief. And he totally does. Like he has he's
You
the way
feel
he
it,
moves, the way he
man.
looks, the way he sort of his awkward little eye things and his
the
smiles and the
the
scars
grim
on his
but
face.
the grimacing while he's like playing, like he's pulling like very like weird faces, you know what I mean? Like he's just like, it's
Yeah.
not trying to look cool or anything. He's like pulling weird faces while he's doing it. And you feel it. Like so many times I'm like sitting there like bobbing my head with him, like, oh god, like his fingers must be hurting really bad right
Yeah.
now. It's brutal, man. This movie's a fucking ride. Like,
Yeah.
holy shit, like on the edge of your seat, gripping your seat the whole time, like tensed up, and then it's finally like a relief at the end, just like where you can let go of it finally. But it's rough, man. But I love this movie. Like, just balls to the wall, so well paced, and I feel like it's just you can't get bored in this movie. It's just like watching it, just you're enthralled from start to finish. I remember just loving this when it first came out. I hadn't watched it again since the first viewing, and wasn't sure how like not how it would hold up, but how I'd feel about it now, sort of thing. And just it's I loved it again. I was like, this is amazing. Like this is an awesome movie. So
Yeah.
Yeah, really is. This was weirdly like in my algorithm for a while, so I was watching it in 30-second snippets, which actually wasn't a bad way to watch it, to be honest, because it's such an enthralling movie. But glad to have watched it for it must be a second or a third time in full. Apparently, they like really lucked out with the casting because it wasn't on purpose. But Miles Teller had played drums in the past, and J.K. Simmons had done some conducting.
yeah,
And I think it pays off. I'm not
sure.
I'm not this drummer at all, but I can definitely sympathize with him, like trying to hold a beat when it's faster than you think you can go, and there's a lot of pressure on you, and your fingers start to hurt, and your hands start to hurt, and you're just pushing through. And I was never playing for hours like him, obviously, but
I was going to ask, is this an indicator in any way of like quality drumming to be able? Because there's that scene where they're like testing almost, and he's like, they're rotating through him and the two others,
Tanner and
yeah,
Utah
Tanner
Boy.
and and they're just like spinning around
Yeah.
and be like go now, and they're just like going as fast as they physically can, and he's like, nah, get the next one on, and then he's just smashing it, and it's like. I remember talking to a friend who played the drums, and he had a real problem with this movie. He's like, that's not an indicator of good drumming at all. That doesn't prove anything.
He was a hack, so
And
he
that's
couldn't.
kind
He
of
was
what-
jealous. He was
I
jealous.
was a little bit like, are you just like a little bit shitty that you're not that good of a drummer? Maybe. Because I think Damien Chazelle probably knows more about it than I sure do, and maybe him. But
Well, that's
right,
fine.
yeah.
He's the expert.
I am the expert. Now, as I've said, I'm not the best drummer ever at all by any means. I will never claim to be. But I remember specifically in lessons doing things like this where it wasn't about like how flashy you can play or what kind of fills you can do or anything like that. It's like you need to stay on beat for the next 5 minutes and not get tired, not drop the beat, not drop your stick. Like just keep going with this really basic thing for 5 minutes that's going to be a little bit faster than you're probably comfortable with. And that was the exercise for the whole lesson. And that was because, under pressure in a situation where you're not comfortable with the music or whatever, like you've got to be able to play at that speed and in this scenario, like the way that J.K. Simmons wants you to play. And I think it is a good test of exactly what he's looking for here. He's not looking for the most creative drummer or the most skilled drummer. He wants someone who's going to play that music exactly the way he wants them to play it. And like this is the kind of drumming that I don't do, admittedly. Like I can read drum music, I guess, the basic shit, but like I've never played with music. Like it's training. It's something you train with, and then you feel it from there, really.
Exactly.
wow, there it is. So jazz is not like your thing. You're not like, let's just.
Oh, and
experiment.
absolutely can. I'm hopeless at jazz or swing. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, okay. Because there's something like part of it's just the cinematic nature of it as well as like watching them just smashing the cymbal as much as you go. It's like that's a good way to tell the audience, oh, this is intense and this is hard work and you're getting good.
The sweat on all the instruments and just
Yeah,
like
it's
the
the blood
water
and the
bouncing
sweat.
off and the blood. It's like it's so
Yeah, it's a great instrument to star, right? Like, and you can be physical with other instruments too. Like we saw it in grand piano with a piano, and like someone playing a guitar can obviously be very physical. But could you imagine this movie was about the trombone player? Like, you just see him with puffed up cheeks for 2 hours. I don't know,
blowing hard for ages.
blow harder.
Ooh, his lips are getting chapped. You see how chapped his
putting on
lips are getting.
chapstick between.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
like one of his eyes like bursts the blood vessels and goes bright red. You could do it.
I'm
right,
sure someone more skilled than me could.
You're right. This the drums are at a really incredible like physical instrument in that sense. It's your whole body is involved more than any of the others. And drums don't really get a fair shake in a lot of like movie music. Like there's a billion movies about a guitarist and pianists are like because those are like the romantic instruments that everyone wants to play and everyone sort of has some connection to. Drums are kind of like the
butt of the joke, right?
Yeah, like the ugly necessary brother who like it's like you need a drum kit in a band.
Why did you say romantic like it's a dirty word?
Because it is. Romance is dead. We'll learn about that in the next film. Come into there.
Yeah,
it's La La Land's fault, in fact.
It's a little bit. Yeah, like drums are so essential, but they're designed to be seen under the music. You're never meant to notice that. You're always meant to hear the stuff, and like that's almost there's an argument to be made that like drums' purpose is so the other instruments can be heard, and that's kind of sad because it's like the drums are such an interesting instrument, and so it's really cool to have
drums
a movie
carry the
like,
song. You know what I mean? Like throughout the whole thing, I feel like.
Well, like you see it, like when he stops playing, a song without drums sounds so bizarre, and then you sort of realize, oh wow, this thing that you definitely need that. And so this like devoting a movie to it is a great idea, and just like Chazelle has such an incredible insight into this world, this demanding and musical world, the physical intensity, the emotional devotion, the psychological investment to be good at something like this that so many people before have wanted to be good at and just love music and are obsessed with it. The way he visualizes, like speaking of the trombone, there's that great scene where they all sort of clean their instruments and one of the guys like takes the tube out, just
blows it out.
Yeah, and there's just like spit everywhere on the ground, and it's like, this is disgusting, but like this is what it takes, right? It takes blood, sweat, and tears to be good at this thing. It's not just you pick up an instrument and play it, and it's amazing.
It's messy. It's grubby.
Yeah, it's awful, the process of making the sausage, but who doesn't love a good sausage, right?
I love sausages and pianists. How good? Speaking of, how good is J.K. Simmons?
Yeah, I mean, you guys are talking about Miles Teller, but to me, this is like the J.K. Simmons
100%.
experience, in my opinion. Like, he really steals the show here. He is
He won
just
the Oscar
so
for this, didn't he?
he's so enthralling as the villain.
I believe so.
Yes.
Yeah, and he is a villain. Like
this won him his Oscar. Yeah.
Yeah, he is. It's hard because even like we can get into the ending later, sort of thing, but you don't want him to get like the happy ending. Like you want him to be shown up, sort of thing, by Miles Teller, because it's like J.K. Simmons is an asshole. Like he's a piece of shit, and he's driving kids to fucking kill themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like and then like lying about it to his students, and then abusing them more that night, sort of thing.
Yeah.
He's not a good dude, and he's so good though. He's so good in this role, just like abusive and just like
Manipulative,
intense, just like super.
It's a
like
good,
even the way he's so nice to him first, and he's like putting his hand on the wall next to him, and he's like, "Oh look," he finds out more about his parents, that his mum left, all this, and then he goes in there and just uses it to stab him over and over again. With it's just like he really knows what he's doing.
And yet, weirdly, like I was like, I wish I could impress him. Like I wish I could be good enough for him.
I think it taps into all of our daddy issues. Where it's like, I just want him to be proud of me. I just want him to be proud of me. Please say you're proud of me for once, you know?
It's just I
was going to say the juxtaposition between him and Paul Reiser, like his actual dad in the movie too. Like his dad is so supportive, but he's like, you know, don't do these things if they hurt you or if if they don't feel right or whatever.
Well,
and he just rejects it.
He apologizes to the dude that runs into the back of his head in the cinema.
Yeah.
So you don't want to impress him.
But he's also not. But he's also not supportive though. He's like the one who constantly is
True.
like, "Is music important to you?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "I guess." Like on this second viewing, I had because I thought that as well. On the second viewing, I had more of like, he's actually not a great like he's trying. He is trying a lot more, obviously, and like he's a single dad. He explains it, but like there's a scene
He doesn't
in
get
this,
it.
but he doesn't seem to want to get it. Like in this, he wants to be a good dad, but he doesn't really seem to know what that means. Like there's that scene in the cinema where they put the raisinets in the popcorn, and Miles Teller says, oh, "I don't like those." It's like, why'd you put them in there? He's like, "I just eat around them." And he shakes his head and he's like, "I don't get you."
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know. It's like that's a weird thing to say to your son when you've been like, do this thing. I don't know. To me, I'm just like, wouldn't you try and understand that rather than just be like, I don't get you. And then like, there's obviously the dinner party scene is so freaking good. Where
It is really good.
that
I love
line
that.
his own father says to him is like, "Have you heard back from whatever it is, that institute?" Because like he's been besmirching his shitty cousins. I'm like, that's your fucking son. You don't like. I get that you want to rein him in and stop him from going crazy, but his dickhead cousins have come in and been like, "I'm on second league football in the Model UN,
Third.
yeah," and everyone's like, "Fantastic,"
Talking
and he's
about-
just like, "Hold up, I'm at the best institute of music in the country," and his dad's kind of like cuts him down a peg.
And the way that the other two adults are just like, and how's your drumming thing? That's going good. Like, yeah, nice.
True. Like it's quite clear his family doesn't support his goal, I guess. It's interesting though, like as a parent, like I don't think any of us have kids old enough for this to be the case, but I can see a world where my kids want to go out and do something, and I'm like, man, I wish you wouldn't do that. Like,
Yes,
I wish your passion wasn't collecting seashells.
I mean,
like, go get a real job.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing, and like you can kind of like you see the abuse his son's going through. Like his son gets into a car accident trying to make it to like an audition thing. It's like he like it doesn't seem like his son's happy. He seems like his son's miserable. So it's like, is this really what I want to pursue? You're losing the girl. You know what I mean? What are you sacrificing? But yeah.
That breakup scene's so brutal too. He's such like it's so interesting to see him transform over this movie, and just like he's just so cold with her. He's just like, let's just break it off now. It's like it's definitely not going to work out. I'm too obsessed with this.
At the start, he's like an anxious dork, like nerdy kind of guy that's like going up to her, and then he's just like very cold about it. Like, oh, this is what's going to happen. Then you'll say this, then I'll say this, and might as well just cut it off now.
Exactly.
Comes crawling back low, doesn't he?
Well, he tries to, but then he realizes the only thing that's ever going to love him is the drums. Well, the drums will always love you.
Yeah,
And maybe JK. Maybe,
Yeah.
I didn't know J.K. Simmons had this in him. Like, this is kind of this was a bit of a revelation to me. I only really knew him from Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And then like he's in Juno. He plays the dad, and so he was kind of like a comedic actor in my mind.
Yeah.
And he's done a lot of stuff for a long time.
You guys should watch Invincible.
Yeah.
You should watch. I got a better recommendation. There's a spy show he's in where he plays. There's two of him. It's so.
He plays a villain in Invincible, and he's really, really good in that too.
All right, I'll think of that. All right, I'll watch that if you watch Counterpart, which is like this sci-fi not time travel, like spy show, and he plays like two different versions of himself. And it's like incredible performance. But yeah, this especially was like, holy shit, this guy isn't just kind of like a bit of a funny, angry guy. He can play the devil. He can play a drill, like he's channeling Drill Sergeant from Full Metal Jacket here a lot.
Yeah.
But he's very worthy Oscar year. Like he deserved it, he earned it. He's so fucking good.
Yeah. It's really good.
Like got the charisma to want you to make you want his approval. They can just like, but he's got like this terrifying stare. It's just, really singular performance in this. Like kind of, every now and then a movie comes out and it's just like there's a villain. It's like no one else has ever thought of this, and just puts it on screen. It's kind of like Christoph Waltz. I was thinking about, where he comes in. It's like, how have we not seen this thing before? It feels like he's just one of the greatest creations ever. This character as well as that same thing. Just an incredible, fully realized,
just unshackled as well. Just like I'm just going to say all the horrible shit.
Some of the insults.
Yeah.
Don't fly in 2026.
Yeah.
Do you think music?
He's like, it's not your boyfriend's dick. Don't stop coming so early.
Do you think Schaefer Institute is closed down into like 2026, or is it just like, do they make any good musicians anymore?
They'll
Or is
die.
everyone too?
I think this movie tries to make an interesting point about like what it does take to be one of those truly great musicians. Because, like, if you look at them, like, even the one that they compare everyone to in this movie, I can't remember what his name is, but like he died at like 36 from substance abuse. Like, it's all over the music industry of, you know,
in the creative industry, it's just
creatives being abused and having substance issues and having other issues, lifelong issues for this pursuit. And I don't know, this movie I think tries to explore that a little bit of like, if the institute still exists and J.K. Simmons isn't there, then no, it probably isn't producing anyone of note, I guess.
Yeah. It's such an interesting thing. Yeah, like art is so often a way for people to sort of, or not, but it comes from a place usually of like working out emotional tumult. Like it's where trauma comes out, and it's where uncertainty and fear and anxiety and all these like deep, difficult emotions come from. That's what happens. Like you channel your pain into your creativity. And that's why you see in bands all the time, when bands become famous or they get out of their initial phase and they keep performing 20 years on and all their music's completely different and usually really uninteresting because they've explored all their stuff. They've like got out their heartbreak, and it's like these bands, they get up all their grief and anxiety in the first few albums, and then they're famous and they've gone to therapy, and they're like, what do you think about now? I don't know. I've resolved my dad's stuff, so
you know what?
Let's just sing songs about flowers or something. And it's shit.
Taylor Swift is now happily married. Last album sucked. It wasn't good. She needs to break up with people, you know?
That is a great example. Like literally the fuel to her creativity was her inability to get over
bitter
shit.
heartbreak.
Yeah.
But now she's happily married and just going to footy games all the time. It's just like, boring album.
So
Soulless.
vanilla. Yeah.
My wife compared this movie, and I thought quite a good observation, like to Black Swan, like that kind of obsession kind of thing that we touched on in our Obsession trilogy. But the like, and yeah, it's very, very similar vibe, but basically you can achieve perfection, but it's like you have to sacrifice everything. It's like, you know, you're not going to end up a happy person. Like you're going to be a broken kind of thing that is meant for this purpose or whatever.
Let me ask a question then. Do you think this movie is saying that it's worth it? Do you think that at the end of this, we're meant to come away thinking he is the best and that's a good thing that he's pursued this and achieved this? Or are we meant to feel bad for him?
Well, that's the thing. It's a conflicting feeling that you end it with, and it's a similar thing with the La La Land ending, where
we'll talk about it there.
It's a good and bad in a way, but it's like I feel like you can't watch the ending of this and be like, I don't know. There's an uncomfortableness to it. Like obviously, he feels like elation that he performed it, but it's like he's like, this is a painful thing he's putting himself through. You know what I mean? And it's like I wouldn't want to go through that, but it's a difficult thing. It's two sides of it.
Yeah, it's such an interesting ending. Like it's triumphant on one hand, but then on the other hand, like he's just impressing this guy who he shouldn't want to impress. Like who
just try to screw him up and embarrass him in front of everyone.
It is such a good ending. This movie is genius in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Even with like the bait and switch where he gets on the stage and you feel like, okay, this is the moment where he's going to prove that he is good, and he's like, "You think I didn't know it was you?" And like he tries to screw. It's like one last gut punch before the triumph comes back, kind of thing, and he has to but it makes it worth it as well, which is good.
The movie's it's full of so many of those little like twists and turns. Like the reveal when he first goes in and starts talking about Sean Casey, and he's like crying, and he's like, "I had this student," and like that moment you think is this great humanizing sort of key that unlocks Fletcher. It's like, oh, this guy actually does care about his students. He's invested. He is truly looking for the best for them all. And then and then the turn comes later. It's like, oh no, wait, he hung himself in his cupboard. It's like, and he's going, oh no, this guy is the devil. It's just an incredible sort of tips and turns and keeps you on the edge. And like the car crash scene, I remember in the cinema just shook me. It was like, you can't do that, can you? Like, because you don't expect it from this movie. It's like a kind of a contained, realistic music drama. It's not going to be a car crash. But then it's like it just shatters you. It's narratively it's just so well paced, so well structured.
Yep.
Yeah. It's brutal. It comes out of nowhere. It scares the shit out of me every time. It's like he's just driving there, and it's just like it's such a like he leaves the drumsticks, and it's just like, oh my, it just can't get worse. and he argues with him, and just a mess.
All right.
Like,
Sorry.
just two other things real quick. Just like really huge noticeable thing is like having Chazelle direct. You see how good of a director he is. Just some of the camera stuff he can do. Not only just like shots of like him changing the band-aids and how intimate this camera is. Like when the camera moves, it's like basically on Miles Teller's back, and when he's like entering his apartment, it's like right there next to him, and he's hulking or skulking over, and it's like you're in this guy's head, and that really creates a sense of empathy. There's plenty of stuff like there's a reason why he's such a good director, but also just some of the quotes in this movie that have lingered on. The two big ones, like "Not my tempo," has kind of become a bit of shorthand now, and then just like saying "turn my pages" as an insult is just really funny. Someone's too big for their boots. He's telling them to turn your pages, and like 1 in 10 people will get that and be like, "Fuck yeah, you just got told."
Exactly. It's great.
All right, La La Land came out in 2016 when Sebastian and another pianist. Sebastian, a pianist, and Mia, an actress, follow their passion and achieve success in their respective fields. They find themselves torn between their love for each other and their careers.
Griner.
Yeah.
It blows me away you hadn't seen this film.
I
had you had a desire to over the years?
Look, I have a reputation on this podcast for being the musical guy. I am aware of this.
Absolutely.
I don't go out of my way to see musicals. It's just something I do with my wife. I must admit, right? Like, I haven't seen Wicked. She has. I'm sure at some point she will want to watch it in our house, and I will probably watch it with her. The other thing that gets forced upon me is the soundtracks, and so there have been cases where I could sing along to every song in a movie before I have seen it.
Did your wife not come home from this and be like, "You need to see this musical"?
No, not at all. She said she didn't like it. She just which surprised me. She just did not enjoy it. And I know I can pinpoint 100% why. But I don't know if we want to jump to that yet. But this movie sucks. I don't like this movie. The big thing for me is like for me a musical is like show tunes. It's sing along. It's kind of stage performance, I guess. And this movie isn't that. Like it does do some of that, but there is not a single song in this movie that I could point to as like a sing along song, as a song that I'm going to play in my car and belt out. Like it's got point. Two people who are not super strong singers, and not that is the end of the world, but the mixing isn't like a show tune performance, right? Like it's kind of almost in universe, like it's quite low and subtle in some ways. Like I don't know, maybe this style of musical appeals to some people, but it does not appeal to me, and it certainly doesn't appeal to my wife as far as I can tell either.
Don't forgive, mate. What is a show tune? Could you just define that?
Like
High School Musical.
We've watched High School Musical. Think of when they are singing, like they're all singing loud and proud.
Pitch Perfect.
So it's like a musical set piece. Like it's
a
like
musical.
It's a performance.
It's a
I would
performance.
say the thing on the highway is probably the most apt thing for what.
100%. It's the closest to like a traditional musical, and that stems from they're performing this on a stage, right? They're performing this to you on a stage.
Yes.
And I think that's where that stems from. And I think this movie kind of rejects that in some ways, and not for me.
Because the singing is more about telling the story of what the characters are going through, as opposed to like this is a catchy song that we're all. This
movie's more like a romance story with musical items songs in it, I guess.
Yeah,
but
it's all diegetic. It's like kind of in the world, and it's hard to know if sometimes like are they actually doing this or is it all meant to be?
Do you enjoy the story outside of the singing, Rana?
It's okay. I don't have to be the whole review. Like I like some things in this movie. I think it's well directed. Like I think it's got some really cool shots, some good cinematography, some nice use of color.
Yes, yeah.
Aesthetically, it's a very beautiful movie.
Technical craft is like impeccable.
And like I don't know if you guys have seen that behind the scenes. There's a behind the scenes video that goes around Reddit all the time of them flashing between him playing the piano and her dancing, and like. When you're watching it, you don't even think anything of it. But there's actual camera guy swinging a camera around 100 miles an hour, and it looks really nice. It feels really good. The story, like to me, is a bit of a it's okay, but it's kind of have your cake and eat it too. In terms of like, here's what could have been, and here's what it is, and it's like, I don't feel either of these emotions now.
So, I obviously famously hated this movie when I first watched it.
I was going to say,
I remember you protesting the Academy Awards.
I'm going to address it now. Like, I'll just get it out here now, and then the tabloids will pick it up. I gave it 2 stars on Letterboxd. And I'm sorry, Buddy Watson. Like, Buddy Watson gave this 5 stars. This is like, and
loved it.
I'm kind of blown away in more recent days when I've been looking into this. When I would like go on YouTube, it's like there's so many essays and studies on La La Land and why some people have it as their top movie of all time in their letterbox, and like there are so many essays why this is a perfect movie, why this is the best ending of all time, all this sort of stuff. And I was kind of blown away by it, and I was like, man, what is the go with this? I will say I was kind of surprised how much more I enjoyed it the second time, because like I said, I really didn't like it. So I bumped up my review today, actually, and I said I was wrong. I enjoyed it more the second time. I enjoyed the story. I know. I usually don't admit that.
You doubled down like 1 star. It was even worse than I thought.
And like you can't really go wrong with Emma Stone, Ryan Gosling. Like they're charismatic actors. I think they've got good chemistry.
Yeah. How are they not married in real life? I'm kind of pissed about that.
Like great chemistry. Again, my least favorite parts of this is singing stuff. It's like, you know what I mean? So I'm there for the stuff that's in between that. And I don't know, there's something about it where it's kind of like a thing with pursuing your dreams and what you sacrifice. Obviously he can pursue his dream and have his thing and have his bar or whatever, and she can go and have a career, but they lost this like love. But the ending's interesting, and there's actually so many YouTube videos about the ending, about why it's an amazing ending and all this sort of stuff. And people actually compare it to Whiplash's ending. There's a comparison of like why these two endings are very similar with like you feel conflicted, like it's up and down, and like it's not a traditional happy ending. And so yeah, it is interesting. Like I can see how it's, you know, have your cake and eat it too kind of thing, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the ending myself personally, but I enjoyed it more this time. But I will say it doesn't like captivate me. I don't think it's one of the best movies of all time. I'm not going to rate it like the top of my letterbox. I do feel like it can drag a bit. Like I was like not as invested throughout some of it. But yeah, it's funny. Like the opening scene with the singing on the bridge is like my least favorite scene in the whole movie. Which I don't know if that's your favorite part, Griner, but I was like, yeah,
no, it wasn't,
I'm not a fan of the music stuff in this, and I hadn't really thought about that there's nothing catchy. It's nothing like I'm like, oh, that song like that's now stuck in my head. I can't remember a single song from this movie, kind of thing. But
yeah, right.
Yeah,
I like a bit of camp in my musicals too, and I think this movie's camp
bit more serious.
It takes itself quite seriously.
Yeah. Like I like the stuff with her acting journey, like seeing her have these auditions where people are just interrupting her for a sandwich and stuff like that, and then going into a room full of people that look like her, and then she gets into an elevator with 2 people that look like taller versions of her. It's just like it's kind of like a view of, you know, Hollywood and Los Angeles and all that sort of stuff that I enjoy that side of the storytelling. But yeah, Conan, what do you think?
So I famously, and again, everyone knows this, when I first saw this at the cinema with my wife, because she was like, "Oh, we need to see La La Land." I was like, "I like Damien Chazelle, let's go." And as soon as the opening musical number starts, she's like, "Oh, what is this an ad for? God, I don't what's this crap?" I was like, "This is the movie, my love." And she,
you know what you've signed up for?
And so I don't think she really understood it was a musical, because she's not a musical fan either. I'm not. Neither am I. So she didn't have a great time with it. I enjoyed it. I think on the second review, I enjoyed it probably about, I don't know, maybe about the same. Like, there is a lot to like about this. I think it's hard not to be invested in. Just the craft on display is incredible. Like the opening scene, I think, is actually a really good song, real toe tapper. But like, it's on the LA freeway. Like they just shut it down and they've got like people dancing over cars. Like that's an incredible feat to do. Like the choreography alone is really good. I like their tune. I like
the theme.
I don't really like City of Stars or any of the others, but I like their tune. So like those 2 things, and everything else is fine. Like just yeah, the visual stuff is incredible. Like some of the scenes in this are beautiful, like him walking along the boardwalk and how like
Yep.
everywhere it always seems like LA's in twilight. This
Yep.
kind of like, yeah.
I was going to say, it just does an amazing job of like feeling out of time too. Like,
Mm,
I seriously thought this movie was a period piece before I watched it. And then she's on a freaking iPhone after he's in his old skull car. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Like, it was,
I almost thought it was a
Whiplash.
period piece until like later in the movie when they're on their iPhones, and like as in like throughout most of the movie, I'm like, wait a minute, when is this set again? And I'm like, are they just older phones? Are they BlackBerry? I was like, it's like that's the thing. It feels like an old timey film, and it can sort of stand up across things. The one thing I'll sort of say is, I guess I've heard a lot the people like that are like into filmmaking and like
Yes, yeah.
films, they like this is a great like this is a filmmaker's film of like there's so much to appreciate in this movie from a filmmaker's perspective.
This is the reason I think this is so critically adored, like Metascore of 94, and the reason why people on Letterboxd, i.e., absolute film wankers who have nothing better to do but just jerk off into a big pile of 35mm film reels, because this is a love letter. It is an ode. It's all those buzzwords, and this movie probably more than any of those things, because that's like this is a tried and true genre. This movie more than a lot of them does the best job of like creating LA as this, like say, this timeless sense of like a magical fantasy land, where the coffee shop on the Warner Brothers lot is beautiful, and even getting stuck in traffic is kind of enchanting.
Yeah.
And like he drives to this like dingy parking lot where he watches this really nice like palm trees over in this tapas bar, and the whole thing just feels beautiful. Like I was surprised watching it. I'm like, LA is probably the greatest place on earth, isn't it? And
Yeah.
I had to catch myself and be like, no, it's
very
not.
much not. No.
No, it's not. But this is kind of the ultimate tension of like people go there to make their dreams and make films, and they make something incredible, and thus your life. If you have an incredible life somewhere, the place you are in becomes incredible because of the life you've done. And so, for a filmmaker who's achieving their dreams and doing these things and making art and living in that, the city probably feels kind of magical. And so, this creates the perfect sense of that. And so, if you're a film viewer and you love film history and you love cinema and all of this stuff, this movie is like crack. The problem comes to though with those exact same things, where this movie is trying to be like, poor Emma Stone, she's really struggling, and like Hollywood's an awful system where she's getting interrupted for a sandwich, and there's 20 other redheaded actresses who are better looking than her who'll get the part, and she's getting chewed up and spit out, and jazz isn't sacred anymore. They're doing Spanish tapas bars. And so on one hand, it's trying to tell you this story of like this kind of the horrors of the Hollywood system that will destroy you if you let it, and that the only thing worth having is love. But then it's also saying Hollywood is the greatest thing in the world, and you should do this and pursue your dreams. And it's not hard to be. Like, there is a real disconnect at work here. Like you said, it's to have your cake and eat it too, where it wants you to feel bad and be like, this isn't worth it. What's worth it is the humans you fall in love with. But also they don't do that at the end. And the ending's a real kind of cop-out, because it's like, don't worry, they're sort of together in a fantasy land, even though they're not together. It's like, well, what am I supposed to learn from this? What am I taking away here? Are you saying this is good or bad? And it doesn't know what it is. And it's trying to say it's both. It's trying to say it's good to lose your only human connection, and she's in a marriage that seems fine, but she's clearly like pining after him, and he's got his club, but it's come at a cost. And so we know, and we're told that it's like, this is a terrible thing they've lost, but everything's happy, and it's like, but awesome, they made it. It's like, but you also just told me that this system was an awful system that we shouldn't try to make it in. There is a problem here. The story is really problematic, and I think people who love this movie so much and say it's great are kind of dumb. Like, defend it all you want, but there's no. I don't think you can honestly logically defend it and be like, no, the ending's great. It's like, no, there's not. There's a disconnect. There's a dissonance in this movie.
Shots fired at Buddy Watson. I don't. Oh, he's our boy.
You can love it, as in you can give it 5 stars and love it for the technical prowess. And like I said, watching this, I was like engrossed and like, man, this movie is kind of enchanting to watch.
Yeah.
But at the end of it, I don't think if you come away from it and just like that was a wonderful time and everything's perfect about it, it's just bull. You've ignored like half the movie's point. You've ignored this obvious part of the text. So, Grant, you really hated it. Tell me more.
No, I didn't. Like, I just didn't. I didn't.
You said Ryan Gosling's a hack.
I did. I said Ryan Gosling's a hack. Emma Stone should be with me. No, it's like I said. Technically, I appreciated it. I think it's really nice to look at. I didn't think the story did it for me, and the music certainly did not.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's where I landed on it.
Yeah.
What
And
is this? What has
it's
he done
just
since La La Land?
long. Babylon.
Babylon.
Yeah. Well, he did First Man after this, which is
True.
the Neil Armstrong biopic, and then Babylon, which, again, Babylon's really divisive.
Yeah, I've heard.
So
Have you watched it, Conan?
No, I've been meaning to, but it's like 3+ hours.
3 hours and 9 minutes.
Yeah, I don't have time for that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's like riding the wave, Whiplash and this. These were two big commercial successes. Like this almost won Best Picture before it was robbed for Moonlight.
had robbed, you say? No, see, that's like one of the greatest choices they've ever done that fast. And it was a setup. They knew what they were doing. Where they were like,
you reckon?
I think it's La.
Said the wrong thing.
I think it's so. I think it was all planned.
Controversy.
The La La Land into Moonlight, I think that was wise because this was tipped to be the front runner, and it was because it was like it's an ode to Hollywood. What critic and what person in the industry doesn't love to be told that they're doing the greatest thing ever? You know,
exactly.
Everyone loves a movie. It's like we are so special,
especially Americans. Americans love that shit.
It. And then
eat it up.
Just eat it up.
Yeah,
Moonlight is a much better film. And
it is.
I think totally deserves it. First Man's really good, but very different. Like super quiet, super.
That Ryan Gosling as well.
Tis. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
So I'm pro Chazelle still. I just think he's like the whole point of this trilogy. He is fixated on like obsession with being the best and the cost that craft comes at, and he's obviously trying to do that himself, where he's trying to be the biggest filmmaker of his generation. And so he's aware. Yeah.
J.K. Simmons completely underused in this.
It's a cute cameo.
Yeah,
it is. But I want more of him.
Should it have been a love story between him and Emma Stone? Would that have been better, you think?
Him and Ryan Gosling.
And he should have been playing. He should have still been Fletcher from Whiplash, just like yelling at him for how he's doing on the piano.
When he's trying to flirt, like that's not how you flirt.
Yeah.
And then blow some slurs.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I love I'm fascinated by the Chazelle project, like what he is interested in, because First Man is also about obsession with being something, like being, the first astronaut to land on the moon. Like this is clearly his thing that he is like, I want to be the best, and it's costing me. But I think part of the reason why this La La Land feels really jarring is because he was nearly an Oscar-winning director. He knows he's talented. He's achieved success, but he's still being like, but it's cost me everything. It's like, how's it cost you everything though? Like you're married, I think you got kids. Nothing really seems like you've sacrificed that much. You might have struggled a bit, sure. But La La Land is really, it's what it's saying bothers me.
He should do a Pokemon movie. Yeah. He wants to be the very best.
Like no one ever was.
It works.
It's got a good excuse for a musical performance. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So
all right. Should we rank them?
Yes. We're going to get so much hate from La La Land people, I feel like.
Fucking come at me, man. This is the funny thing. On my letterbox, like, I'm bombarded with every review being like, this is the perfect movie. This gave me depression, and then this cured it, and then gave it to me again. Like, people eating it up, but then all the people I sort of follow and respect who are expecting to love it are not. And they've all got really valid criticism. Like, thank goodness. Not that I'll send you some, Luke, but I'm blocking you right now.
What?
But just
what?
A lot of people just giving things that are like, this is, just lower scores, or being like, this is still good, but it's really not perfect. And I'm like, thank fuck I'm not going crazy, because there was a moment I was like, am I the only one who doesn't get the joke?
I'll send you some essays on La La Land, and you might come out of it and be like, "Oh my god, my mind is blown! It's an amazing film." Yeah. But yeah, my ranking, I would probably this is going to be controversial again. It's the whole La La Land thing again, but Whiplash, Grand Piano, La La Land.
Yeah, I think I agree. Of what I would probably spend time watching again. Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay, no, I'm not that crazy. Wow. No, I would do Whiplash number 1, La La Land number 2.
I almost did that. But what would I rather watch again?
Yeah. That's how
Really?
I
You
rate
don't watch
them.
Grand Piano over La La Land? Both of you?
Yes. La La Land's too
It's
long.
like an hour and 20
too many
minutes. It's
musicals.
like nothing.
So cynical. That's the least amount of time.
It's the least amount of time. It's the least amount of taking out of my day.
Least
No,
commitment.
I almost put La La Land too because I can appreciate it for what it does.
Yeah.
And like it is a visual feast for a lot of it as well. But
Yeah, I think
yeah.
overall La La Land is good, but it's just not. It is not per. Like
You just said
94.
you spit on the people who think it's a great film. And
I spit on the people who think
disrespect
it's-
their opinion.
That's what I say. I want them to eat shit. If you think this is a
You
5-star
said
movie,
yeah, exactly.
If you think this movie is perfect, you deserve to eat human feces.
and yet
It's not even.
still
It's
better
the
than
only
Grand
right.
Piano. And
It's the only right thing that should
you
happen.
didn't sound this hard on Grand Piano. You didn't say that
right.
about anybody who's saying
Grand
giving
Piano's
you-
dope, but not as
You-
it's just not as good.
You're like nobody's giving Grand Piano 5 stars. So
Absolutely, like literally no human being is ever going to do that.
you could be the first 5-star letterbox review of Grand Piano. Just wanted to prove a point.
Maybe.
So yeah, okay, so that's our ranking.
That's our ranking. That's our review of the what did I call it? The Musical Pressure Trilogy.
Yes.
Next fortnight, we have a very special episode for you. We'll all be together in person, recording a review of The Odyssey.
Yeah, IMAX
are we-
day one.
Are we connecting this to other films? Is there other Odyssey movies
No.
we should watch?
No, we are
No,
not.
we are not. We are watching a 3.5-hour movie.
Yeah, but there's a 97 one we can watch, a 68 one. Come on, guys, don't be shit.
Let's just watch Troy with Brad Pitt and this. You know?
An option.
Let's.
I mean, look, we might talk about it, but my thought was we were just reviewing The
It's
Odyssey.
just the movie.
I'm about to be on holidays for 2 weeks, and I don't think I'll be watching any random other
But we'll
Odyssey
be in
movies.
person at the Gold Coast.
That's right. We'll all be together. It'll be a podcast where we're all in the same room.
Yeah.
Be fun. We're looking forward to it. We hope you're looking forward to joining us too. This podcast is brought to you by a few books. Well, is the third one out yet, Conan? A couple of books by Conan Clark. The Taste of Iron, God Grotesque. I still can't remember the
Shape
new book.
of Water.
Face of the Deep.
Face of the Deep. Coming soon. So check that out from Amazon or contact us directly if you want a copy. Yeah. Rate us on iTunes. Helps us out greatly. And we'll catch you.
Peace.
Bye.
Ba-dum-bum.